Good day, and welcome to Bilibili second quarter 2023 financial results and business update conference call. Today's conference is being recorded. At this time, I would like to turn the conference over to Juliet Yang, Executive Director of Investor Relations. Please go ahead.
Thank you, operator. During this call, we'll discuss business outlook and make forward-looking statements. These comments are based on our predictions and expectations as of today. Actual events or results could differ materially from those mentioned in today's news release and in this discussion due to a number of risks and uncertainties, including those mentioned in our most recent filing with the SEC and Hong Kong Stock Exchange. The non-GAAP financial measures we provide are for comparison purpose only. Definition of these measures and a reconciliation table are available in the news release we issued earlier today. As a reminder, this conference is being recorded. In addition, an investor presentation and a webcast replay of this conference call will be available on the Bilibili IR website at ir.bilibili.com. Joining us today from Bilibili senior management are Mr. Rui Chen, Chairman of the Board and Chief Executive Officer, Ms. Carly Li, Vice Chairwoman of the Board and Chief Operating Officer, and Mr. Sam Fan, Chief Financial Officer. And I will now turn the call over to Mr. Fan, who will read the prepared remarks on behalf of Mr. Chen.
Thank you, Juliet, and thank you everyone for participating in our 2023 second quarter conference call to discuss our financial and operating results. I'm pleased to deliver today's opening remarks on behalf of Mr. Chen. We set our sights on prioritizing profitability and DAU growth, and we have made solid steps toward these goals. In the second quarter, we meaningfully improved our gross profit and narrowed our losses, while continuing to deliver healthy DAU growth and strong community metrics. I will share more color on both fronts. First of all, on our path to profitability. In the second quarter, we further improved our commercialization efficiency, enabling us to convert our growing traffic to quality top-line growth. The momentum we see in our advertising and live broadcasting business is encouraging. In the second quarter, our ad revenues increased by 36%, and live broadcasting revenues increased by 32% both year-over-year. Moreover, our gross profit increased significantly by 66% year-over-year, driving our gross profit margin to 23%, marking the fourth consecutive quarter of improvement. Meanwhile, we have continued to strengthen our expense controls. Our total operating expenses declined by 14%, including a 22% decrease in sales and marketing expenses, a 14% decrease in G&A expenses, and a 7% decrease in R&D expenses, all on a year-over-year basis. These margin enhancements and our effective cost management contributed to our bottom line improvement. We meaningfully reduced our non-GAAP net loss by 51% year-over-year. Moving on to our community growth. Our DAUs increased by 15% year-over-year to 96.5 million in the second quarter, driving our DAU to MAU ratio up to 29.8%. Meanwhile, the users' average daily time spent on our platform reached 94 minutes in the second quarter, driving total time spent up by 22% year-on-year. We are pleased to see this strong DAU growth has continued in Q3. As we move into the second half of this year, our main tasks will be in three core areas. First, we aim to further enhance our traffic commercialization efficiency by increasing our ad revenues and live broadcasting revenues. Additionally, we will bring more high-quality games to our users, including the highly anticipated game Pretty Derby. Secondly, we will continue to take a prudent financial approach with strict control of our costs and expenses, and further narrow our losses. Finally, yet importantly, we are committed to achieving ongoing DAU growth and fostering an inspiring video community for young generations in China. With that overview of our progress, I'd now like to provide a brief update on our three core pillars of content, community, and commercialization. Starting with content. Content creators continue to be our ecosystem's most valuable asset. Supporting these talented content creators in their ability to amass large followings and to be able to earn more money are among our top tasks. As always, we continue to optimize our algorithms and products to facilitate high-quality content and enable creators to be recognized. In the second quarter, the number of daily active content creators on our platform and our monthly content submissions increased by 19% and 43% year-over-year, respectively. In the second half of this year, we plan to shift our video watching metric from video views to video time spent, which will help our users discover more high-quality content on Bilibili. We are also beta testing an AI-powered search feature in our community that enables relevant videos to be found more easily. Creator monetization on Bilibili increased as well in the second quarter. Over 1.58 million creators earned money through various Bilibili channels, showing a 40% increase year-over-year. In addition to our cash incentive program, more creators are earning income through advertising and live broadcasting channels. For example, our video commerce ads have opened up new efficient earning opportunities for content creators. In the second quarter, the number of creators who earned money through video commerce grew by over 220% year-over-year. Resonant content and multi-scenario products like Story Mode continue to drive platform traction. In the second quarter, our total daily video views were up 31% year-over-year to 4.1 billion, among which Story Mode's daily video views grew by 76% year-over-year. It has become one of the key video consumption scenarios for our users, contributing to our growth in DAUs and ad revenues. Turning to our community, our users remain highly engaged and sticky. The users' average daily time spent on our platform was 94 minutes in the second quarter, reaching the highest second quarter level in our company's history. Their monthly interactions reached nearly 15 billion in the second quarter, up 19% year-over-year. Our core group of official members also increased by 26% year-over-year to 214 million, with a solid 12-month retention rate of around 80%. Our signature offline events also bring our community together in person. This July, we hosted two exciting offline events, Bilibili World and Bilibili Macro Link in Shanghai. Over 200,000 tickets sold out almost immediately. The tremendous response highlights Bilibili's strong influence among young generations, as well as users' willingness to pay for our unique community experiences. Finally, let's look at our commercialization and financial progress. Total revenues for the second quarter increased by 8% year-over-year to RMB 5.3 billion. Specifically, revenues from our advertising and live broadcasting businesses increased by 36% and 32% year-over-year, respectively. Meanwhile, we continued to improve our gross profit and margin. Our gross profit in the second quarter grew by a notable 66% year-over-year, driving our gross profit margin up to 23% from 15% in the same period last year. Looking at this in more detail, revenues from our value-added services business grew 9% year-over-year to RMB 2.3 billion in the second quarter, primarily driven by increased revenues from our live broadcasting business, which grew by 32% year-over-year. as we further integrate live broadcasting within our video operations. We have opened up multiple opportunities to expand and diversify our live broadcasting content by converting content creators into live broadcasting hosts. In the second quarter, the number of monthly active live broadcasting hosts increased by 15% year-over-year. In addition, we are exploring new live broadcasting products to create more paying channels for our users, including live celebration events. We expect our ongoing integration activities to support our revenue growth in the second half of 2023. By the end of June, we had 20.5 million premium members, over 80% of whom are on an annual subscription or auto-renew package, highlighting our trust-based user relationships. In Q3, we released several highly anticipated Chinese anime titles, including Fog Hill of Five Elements, 雾山五行西川幻子灵篇, and our self-produced title Link Click Season 2, 时光代理人第二季, to bring more exclusive high-quality content to our premium members. Turning to our advertising business, as we progress our initiative to integrate sales conversion with ad products, we believe we have found an effective way to convert our high-quality traffic to advertising revenue growth. For the second quarter, our advertising revenues grew 36% year-over-year to RMB 1.6 billion, mainly led by our performance-based ad revenues growth, which increased by over 60% year-over-year. Ad revenues from our brand and Sparkle offerings also grew by a double-digit percentage year-over-year. Our top 5 advertising verticals in the second quarter were games, e-commerce, digital products and home appliances, skincare and cosmetics, and food and beverage. Our continuous improvements to our integrated industry ad solutions have also helped us gain more ad budget spend from industries such as games and e-commerce. Specifically, by introducing video commerce products, ad revenues from the e-commerce industry increased by 144% year-over-year in the second quarter. Meanwhile, content creators were able to benefit from more ad opportunities. The number of creators who earn income through video commerce grew over 220% year-over-year. Moving forward, we will continue to build our commercial database, refine our algorithms, as well as optimize our ad product offerings. We are confident that we can improve our ad revenues per DAU and achieve solid growth in the second half of 2023. As for our games business, our revenues were RMB 891 million for the second quarter, a 15% decline from the same period last year. The year-on-year decline was mainly due to a lack of new game launches in the second quarter and a grossing decline for certain titles. Our top 2 performing games, Azure Lane and FGO, remained stable. Particularly, during Azure Lane's 6-year anniversary, the game reached a new peak in paying users and revenues. In addition, we have also successfully extended our exclusive license of Azure Lane for another 5 years. In July, we launched our first self-developed game in the female romance genre, Al-Qaeda Land Records, 瑶光路乱世公主. Welcomed by a host of female users, the game ranked number 1 on the iOS free download chart shortly after its release. We are actively working on developing more games that users love. In the meantime, we have 7 new titles that we plan to release in domestic and overseas markets in the second half of the year, including the highly anticipated game Pretty Derby, 闪耀幽静少女. Pretty Derby is scheduled to launch on August 30 and is now available for pre-registration. Over 2 million players have already pre-registered as of today. Given said that, the launch of Pretty Derby as well as few self-developed titles were delayed by several months than we initially planned. due to lower revenue contribution from games and other non-core businesses, such as IP derivatives and others. We now expect the full year 2023 revenue to be between RMB 22.5 billion and RMB 23.5 billion. As I mentioned earlier, our key financial goal for this year is to improve our gross profit and narrow losses. We have delivered on this goal with 66% increase in gross profit and a 51% cut on adjusted net loss in the second quarter. Look ahead, we are committed to further improve our gross profit and control our expenses, and meaningfully cut down losses in the second half of this year, and reach our break-even target by 2024. As we progress on achieving our financial target, we will continue to lead the healthy growth across our platform and enrich the everyday life of young generation in China. This concludes Mr. Chen's remarks. I will now provide a brief overview of our financial results for the second quarter of 2023. As mentioned in Mr. Chen's remarks, our financials continue to improve. We are improving our margins and showing clear results in our bottom line with narrowed losses. Total net revenues for the second quarter were 5.3 billion, up 8% compared with the same period last year. Our total net revenues breakdown by revenue stream was approximately 43% VAS, 30% advertising, 17% mobile games, and 10% from our IP derivatives and other businesses. Our cost of revenues decreased by 2% year-over-year to 4.1 billion, driving our gross profit to 1.2 billion, up 66% year-over-year. Our gross margin was 23%, up from 15% in the same period last year. We expect gross margin to continue to improve throughout the back half of the year. Our total operating expenses were down 14% year-over-year to 2.5 billion. Tight control of our expenses is ongoing while we improve our monetization at the same time. We cut sales and marketing expenses by 22% year-over-year to 918 million, while our DAUs grew by 15%. As a percent of total revenues, sales and marketing was 17%, compared with 24% in the same period last year. G&A expenses were 539.7 million, down 14% year-over-year. R&D expenses were 1 billion, down 7% year-over-year. Our net loss and adjusted net loss were 1.5 billion and 964.1 million, respectively, narrowing by 23% and 51% year-over-year, respectively. Our adjusted net loss ratio in the second quarter was 18%, improving from 40% for the same period a year ago. Turning to our capital allocation and liabilities management. In June 2023, we completed the repurchase right offer for our 2027 notes with a total principal amount of $746 million. As of the end of the second quarter, our outstanding convertible bonds totaled a principal amount of $876 million. As of June 30, 2023, we had cash and cash equivalents, time deposits, and short-term investments of 14.3 billion or $2 billion. We believe this amount is sufficient to cover all of our remaining convertible bonds and fund our future operations. Thank you for your attention. We would now like to open the call to your questions. Operator, please go ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, we now begin the question and answer session. If you wish to ask a question, please press star 1 and 1 on your telephone and wait for your name to be announced. For the benefit of all participants on today's call, if you wish to ask a question to management in Chinese, please immediately repeat your question in English. Please limit your question to one at a time. If you wish to have a follow-up question, please rejoin the queue. We are now taking the first question. And the first question, Freaking Zong from CICC. Please go ahead. Your line is open.
管理层晚上好，谢谢接受我提问，恭喜又一个季度稳步迈向盈亏平衡。那我的问题主要是关于用户的，二季度看到我们的 DAU 进一步增长，想请教一下如何展望未来 DAU 的趋势，然后尤其是最近暑期作为旺季的话，用户表现如何？Good evening, management. Thanks for taking my question and congrats on advertising towards profitability. My question is about user engagement. The DAU further increased in the second quarter, so what's the DAU trend going forward? And could management share more details on the user engagement during the recent summer holidays? Thank you.
从去年开始呢，我就一直在强调，提升盈利能力和实现健康的 DAU 增长是公司最重要的两件事。我们在实际工作中也是这么在执行。
Since last year, I have been emphasizing increasing our earnings power and achieve healthy and sustainable DAU growth are the top two priorities of our company, and we have been executing on that strategy.
今年 Q2 在我们的市场费用同比下降 22% 的前提下，我们的 DAU 是同比增长了 15% 到9650万，用户的日均使用时长是94分钟，也是历年同期的历史新高。我们的社区的总使用时长同比增长了 22%， 这些数据在我看来都是非常健康和积极的数据。
In the second quarter, with sales and marketing down 22% year-on-year, we have grown our DAU by 15%, reaching 96.5 million. And our daily user time spent reached 94 minutes. This is the record high of same period in our operating history. And our overall time spent of the entire community grew by 22% year-over-year. All of the above matrix shows a very healthy and robust growth of the community.
为什么我们会这么重视就是 DAU 的一个健康增长呢？因为我们认为 DAU 的增长是 B 站实现盈利的前提和基础。我们在过去几年已经逐步探索出一条通过广告和直播将流量转化为收入的一个方法。我们觉得就是这一个 DAU 增长和收入增长，它会形成一个正循环的飞轮。
The reason why we have been emphasizing on the healthy growth of our DAU is because we believe the healthy growth of DAU is the foundation and preliminary requirement for Bilibili to achieve sustainable profit. And we believe we have already discovered an effective way to convert our high quality traffic into increasing top line through advertising and live broadcasting. And we believe with this effective route and methods, we can achieve DAU and top line growth, and this will be a virtuous cycle.
在第二季度，我们的广告业务和直播业务是分别实现了同比 36% 和 32% 的增幅，这个数字是超出行业的平均水平的。
In the second quarter, our ad revenue and live broadcasting revenue achieved 36% and 32% year-on-year growth respectively, which exceeded the industry average growth a lot.
就对于暑期的展望呢，因为现在其实已经是进入到那个暑期了，我们可以看到就是那个 DAU 和日均使用时长是保持了健康和强劲的增长。所以的话，就是我们预计第三季度 B 站的 DAU 是能够首次突破1亿的大关的，而且的话，我们也预测我们的日均使用时长也会实现新高。
As for the outlook into the summer, given that we're in August in the period of the summer vacation, we have been witnessing and experiencing a strong DAU and daily user time spent growth. we do expect that in the third quarter, our DAU can surpass a very exciting milestone of 100 million. And we also expect our average daily time spent can reach a new historical high.
我们有信心在控制市场费用的前提下，通过 B 站的优质的内容和社区，吸引和留住更多的用户，实现 DAU 的健康增长，同时把这些高质量的用户量转化为我们的商业收入。
We are very confident with tight control on sales and marketing expense. We can continue to attract our users with high quality content and retain our user with our engaging community and achieve DAU sustainable and healthy growth. And we also believe this high traffic can be effectively converted to our sustainable top line growth. Next question, please. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. We are now taking the next question. Please stand by. And the next question from Li Zhang from Bank of America Securities. Please go ahead. Your line is open.
Hi， 管理层晚上好，谢谢接受我的提问，然后恭喜非常强劲的一个广告的增速。我的问题呢也主要是关于广告的，可以请管理层跟我们分享一下这个 2Q 的超预期的广告增速背后的主要的 driver 是哪些？尤其是我们在618期间整体广告的表现，还有就是接下来怎么看整个 2Q 广告业务的 outlook， 还有我们最近新的这个直播带货的广告的贡献应该怎么看呢？谢谢，我自己翻译一下。Thanks management for taking my question and congrats on the solid advertising growth. My question also relates to ad business. Can you share with us the major driver of the ad business follow the strong base of second quarter? Also, can you give us some updates on the June 18 promotion ad growth on our platform? In addition, how should we look at the second half ad growth on Bilibili, and how should we think about the new business e-commerce streaming development to our ad business? Thank you.
第二季度的广告收入我们实现了同比增长 36%， 在整体上半年应该是超过整个广告行业的增速的。同时其实也可以看到我们广告占总收入的比例从去年平均 25% 左右到现在上升到了 30%， 也直接的带动了公司整体毛利的提升。
In the second quarter, our ad revenue grew by 36% year-on-year, and overall for the first half of this year, our ad growth rate has exceeded the industry average. At the same time, if you look at the ad revenue as percentage of the total revenue, it has increased from 25% same period last year to 30% in the second quarter, which directly leads the growth of our gross profit.
这个核心驱动其实跟我上个季度提到的一纵一横的这个策略还是初见成效的。就一横还是说一下，就是其实我们内部会说这是一个技术中台的能力以及数据能力，包括优化推荐的模型，包括提升广告的库存以及匹配的效率，也以及 AIGC 带给广告效率的提升等等。
The one horizontal, one vertical strategy we mentioned last quarter is beginning to pay off, and that's been driving our advertising revenue growth. The one horizontal is actually referring to the technology middle platform and the data capability. It includes optimizing the recommendation model, improving the advertising inventory, and matching efficiency, and the application of AIGC to improve overall ad efficiency.
一众呢，其实我们内部是指为6大垂直行业，包括游戏、电商、3C 数码、大快消、汽车、网教金等，提供了 B 站有效的
行业投放模型，其实在电商跟游戏等行业已经收到特别明显的一个增速跟收效了。在第二个季度，电商行业的广告收入同比增长了超过140%，那游戏的同比增长实现超过了40%，电商是同比增长超过了140%。
The one vertical is referring to the 6 customized industry ad models, including games, e-commerce, FMCG, automotive, and internet service, among which e-commerce and games starting to show very positive results. In the second quarter, ad revenue from e-commerce industry grew by over 140% year-on-year, and advertising revenue from game industry grew by over 40% year-on-year.
第二点呢，其实从去年开始，我们还是很坚持内容生态跟商业生态的融合。在保证用户体验的基础上，我们还是挖掘了社区不同场景的广告有效库存。今年上半年已经形成了初步的势能，也会加速了整体广告收入的增长。
The second reason is that since last year, we have stick to the integration of content and commercialization and expand ad inventory in different scenes of the community on the basis of ensuring user experience. In the first half of this year, it has formed very good growth momentum and drove the accelerated ad revenue growth.
第三点，其实行业也应该有留意到，我们在第二季度我们成立了交易生态中心，就主要可能是大家俗称的带货相关的业务。我们把交易作为一种基础能力，将交易场景融入了广告的产品，进一步的促进了收入的增长。其实今年预期产生广告的收入占总收入的10%到20%之间。在未来几个月，我也将计划把首页的会员购的 tab， 也是大家熟悉的 IP 以及衍生的这个手机入口，会进行升级改版，形成逛的场景入口，有信心未来在交易生态能做更大的突破。
Thirdly is that many of you probably already aware that we have established the trading ecosystem center to focus on building video e-commerce related capability in the second quarter by integrating the transactional scenario into the advertising products to further boost the revenue growth. We expect the video e-commerce related ads will generate about 10 to 15% of ad revenue this year. And in the next few months, we also plan to upgrade the membership shopping 会员购 tab on our main page to a 逛 shopping tab and creating a new entrance for more commercial opportunities.
刚才你也特别关心618的表现，通过跟电商平台此前进行了深度的数据合作跟战略合作，618期间电商行业包括交易收入同比增长超过200%。今年双11来自电商行业的广告收入，预估我们依然能实现高速的增长，能实现同比50%到60%的一个增长。在这里其实可以看一下跟阿里的合作的星火计划，其实这个结果也是特别的超预期的。
As for the June 18th period promotions, how you performed, through our in-depth data collaboration with e-commerce platform, the revenue of the e-commerce industry, ad revenue from e-commerce industry, including transaction scenario during June 18th period, actually grew by 200% year over year. And we expect to achieve 15% to 16% ad revenue year-on-year increase from e-commerce industry during upcoming Double 11 festival. As for examples, we actually did a collaboration with Alibaba's Spark program, aka 星火计划, and the results exceeded our expectation.
这里有一个特别有意思也超我们预期的数据， 在 B 站种草进入淘宝店面的用户有70%是新客，甚至有部分行业这个比例超过了90%。所以在 B 站只要实现了广告种草，他们会获取源源不断的新客户，并且在合作稿件发布当天的15天之内，仍然能持续产生有价值的人群转化。这个就我们内部所说的长效的广告价值，在618期间，所以因此跟阿里的合作同比也实现了涨幅300%。
There are a few interesting data points I can introduce. About 70% of the users who entered Taobao through Bilibili were new customers, and this ratio reached even to 90% for certain industry. That shows that we have the effective ability to consistently convert users to for advertisers. In addition, Bilibili user maintained a very high conversion value 15 days after the related video was posted. And during June 18th period, the ad revenue from Alibaba actually increased by 300% year-over-year.
刚才大家可能也比较关心我们怎么去定义跟做这个事情，包括带货业务交易跟消费怎么去定义。现在所有内容平台都在做自己的电商，就是所谓的闭环电商。就 B 站此刻还是选择坚持大开环的生态，和积极的和电商平台以及品牌方一起，在 B 站这个生态继续做大交易规模。
While many other content platforms choose to build their own e-commerce platforms, Bilibili, on the other hand, we choose to take an open approach, partnering with e-commerce players and brand owners to grow the sales volume together on Bilibili.
首先我们会看到这一个就是起始的时候，最开始我们要培养用户在 B 站的消费心智。年轻人一定有消费的欲望，也有消费的能力，但是在 B 站上消费商品其实是需要建立消费心智的，因此我们还是特别有信心能长期释放他们的消费力。在今年上半年，有近3000万的用户通过点击 B 站的视频评论区，就我们内部叫蓝链，产生了交易相关的行为。那随着用户消费需求的进一步释放，我相信未来空间会很大。现在站内的整个交易视频的数量同比增长了8倍，那带货直播的场次也同比增长了7倍。
First of all, cultivating users' consumption behavior and mindshare on Bilibili is our top priority. We believe that the young generation has strong willing to consume, and building the mindshare is very important as we unleash their consumption power on our platform. In the first half of this year, near 30 million users clicked on the shopping link on Bilibili's video commentary section, which led to a transaction-related behavior. As we unleashing our user consumption demand, the number of videos that carries product links increased by 8 times in the first half of this year, and the number of live broadcasting e-commerce shows increased by 7 times in the first half of this year.
第二点的话，其实我们还是会持续立足于帮我们的 UP 主通过交易带货这个行为能实现挣钱，就是包括长效的这个经营模型。在站内，其实我们有很多 UP 主也陆续的开始了尝试，包括但是肯定不止这些人，王师傅跟小毛毛啊，迷灯、宝剑少、大雾视野等等，他们证明了这个模式的成立。还有很有意思的一点，破除了大家历史上提到 B 站没有女性用户，或者 B 站的女性用户没有消费力的一个谣言啊。B 站的女性用户在我们画像里面占比45%。从我们原生 UP 主的这个带货盘子能看到，B 站整体用户的这个消费潜力是极其巨大的。
Secondly, we will continue to help our content creator to achieve sustainable operation through our video e-commerce initiatives, more content creators already started to try out Bilibili video e-commerce. This includes but not limited to many well-known content creators such as Wang Shifu, Xiao Mao Mao, Mi Deng, Bao Jianxiao, Da Wu Shiyan, and etc. We are very delighted to find the model is very valid and successful, and this also broke the rumor that Bilibili's users have no consumption power. And actually, as a matter of fact, from the data that's shown that we have a lot of female users with consumption potential and power. Actually, 45% of Bilibili users are female. We do notice that they do have strong willingness to consume on Bilibili, and they have strong purchasing power.
第三点，我们会尝试更多的品类，形成有 B 站特色的品类结构。就除了 B 站平常很优势的大家熟悉的 IP 衍生品，就是我们所指的会员购。会员购其实是二次元相关的衍生周边，这些会在 B 站上消费内容，去玩游戏去看视频，同时也会在 B 站买周边，这是我们的强势品类。以外，我们也会去探索食品、美妆、3C 数码，就家居家电等等。在这里也看到一组很有意思的数据。4月中旬，小米新机发售直播带货在 B 站进行尝试。据不准确数据统计，就 B 站的整个销售额应该是内容平台的销量的第一。这也体现了 B 站年轻人用户人群不单只像历史大家认知的具有口碑效应，对品牌特别具有口碑的传播力跟口碑效应，其实还具备极强的消费力。
Thirdly is that we intend to try more categories from our on top of our traditional strong verticals. In addition to the IP derivative, aka as our membership shopping, which is focused on the ACG preferential products and content, we intend to explore more categories such as food, beauty, 3C and digital products, home appliances, and etc. And here's an example. In mid-April, Xiaomi launched a live broadcasting e-commerce show promoting its new cell phone. Based on the data that I have in hand, Bilibili ranked #1 in terms of GMV among all content platforms. It not only reflected that the strong word-of-mouth influence that we had among our young user group, but also the strong consumption power our users had.
B 站的整体的广告模型从擅长建立品牌心智，特别擅长做整合营销，已经转化为从建立品牌心智到深度种草，再到效果或者交易做转化，全链路的整合营销的广告模式。
I think the Bilibili ad model has evolved from establishing brand perception and mindshare to a true integrated ad solution, a full advertising chain of brand building, seeding, and sales conversion.
上半年其实我们对游戏、电商以及交易策略进行了升级，也初步见了成效。下半年我将会对原来优势的几个行业，包括大快消跟3C 数码进行策略的迭代，在用户能持续健康增长的前提下，对今年全年广告收入能实现同比25%到30%的这个增长，还是特别有信心的。谢谢。
In the first half of this year, we have upgraded our industry ad solution for game and e-commerce and transactional strategy, and it's already starting to show positive results. In the second half, I personally plan to conduct additional upgrade for our leading ad inventory, ad industries such as FMCG, 3C, and digital products. We believe as we deliver healthy and sustainable user growth, we are confident that we can achieve 25% to 30% ad revenue growth on a full year basis year-on-year. Thank you. That concludes the question, this question answer. Operator, next question, please.
We are now taking the next question. Please stand by. The next question from Kenneth Fong from Credit Suisse. Please go ahead. Your line is open.
管理层晚上好，谢谢接受我的提问。我的问题是我看到公司调低了对全年的收入的指引，请问这个是出于什么样的考量？我们全年亏损收窄的目标还能实现吗？我继续翻译一下。Thank you management for taking my question. We noticed that we lowered the full year revenue guidance. Can you share with us the key considerations behind? Are we still on track for narrowing losses for this year? Thank you.
2023年收入指引下调的原因主要是2个。第一个呢，就是我们个别游戏的发行时间延期了。第二个呢，就是我们部分的非核心业务，比如说像漫画、会员购，它现在处于调整期，它的收入不及年初，就是这2个原因。
The reason why of the guidance update is largely due to 2 reasons. Number one is number of our games launch plan was delayed, and secondly is certain non-core business such as our comic and the IP derivative and others business is in the period of adjustment of strategy, and its revenue is lower than expected.
但是我们可以看到，就是我们收入下调的原因，它其实是一个叫阶段性的或者是局部的原因，就是它并不是我们的在营收方面的一个基本面的改变，或者说是它并不是我们现在就是最核心的这个营收的这个能力产生了变化。比如说就是我说这个游戏的这个延期，它虽然延期了，但是它那个目前也确定了这个发行的一个时间。比如说我们的这个闪耀优俊少女，它已经确定了是在8月30日就会上线。
We believe the reason for guidance update, the core is just it's for a temporary phase change, and it's not a change of foundations. The core business actually remains intact. For example, the delay of games is just that we're recognizing the revenue a little bit later. For example, Pretty Derby has already scheduled to be launched in August 30th, and we will be releasing this game on that day. This is confirmed and certain.
对，本身我们对闪耀优俊少女这款游戏的预期是不会有任何变化的。
And our outlook for and our confidence in the quality of the game and the revenue is unchanged.
对，而且的话，大家也都看到，就是在 Q2 我们的平台的核心业务直播跟广告的收入，它的增长都是很不错的。
And as you may already seen that in the second quarter, the core business, Bilibili live broadcasting and advertising, has achieved very solid growth.
我们预计今年下半年，包括明年，我们的直播和广告的收入仍然会保持健康和快速的增长。
We do expect that in the second half of this year and look forward to 2024, the advertising and live broadcasting business will sustain a very healthy and solid growth.
对，而且最后我还是想说，就是其实我们在年初的时候，我们就已经是明确，就是公司的财务目标首先是增毛利减亏损。所以的话，就是我们在今年就是对于所有的业务是优先保证毛利的增长。
In the beginning of this year, we have set our financial target to increase gross profit and narrow our net losses. So as our financial requirement or KPIs to each department, business lines is to ensure the absolute dollar growth for its gross profit.
今年我们是在策略上减少了部分低毛利或者亏损的产品和业务的投入，所以的话就是虽然这部分的业务的收入它受到了影响，但是我们的毛利的总额是实现了更快的增长。
Strategically, we have lowered the revenue contribution of low margin business or loss-making business. Even though some of the revenue growth rate has been impacted, however, the absolute dollar of our gross profit has sustained a very healthy and robust growth.
在今年的第二季度，公司的毛利润同比增长了66%，我们的毛利已经连续4个季度环比提升，而且呢，今年 Q2 我们调整后的净亏损是同比收窄了51%。
In the second quarter, our gross profit grew by 66% year-on-year, and our gross margin has experienced 4 consecutive quarterly growth. And our adjusted net loss has narrowed by 51% year-on-year.
所以我认为我们今年全年亏损收窄的目标是能实现的，而且我们明年盈亏平衡的目标也是能实现的。
I'm confident to achieve our loss-cutting target for 2023 and achieve our break-even target by 2024.
Yeah, this is Sam. I just want to add that on the loss reduction side, even though the revenue growth rate and echo the chance already mentioned that well below the expected, but we are still confident to achieve the loss-cutting target we set in the beginning of this year, which is to cut our adjusted operation loss by 3 billion. So through the gross profit increase and expense control. And notably, in the second quarter, our operating cash flow was close to break-even. We think there are good chance that we can achieve operating cash flow positive in the fourth quarter this year. Additionally, we are confident to continue to improve our gross profit margin in the second half of this year and achieve our break-even target by 2024. Lastly, the updated full-year guidance reflect our current projection on various potential outcomes. We will try our best to ensure smooth product launch as well as achieve our goal of increasing the gross profit and narrowing losses. Thank you for your question.
Next question, please, operator.
We are now taking the next question. Please stand by. The next question from Yiwen Zhang from China Renaissance. Please go ahead. Your line is open.
好的，关先生晚上好，谢谢接受我的提问。我的问题是关于游戏的，就想问一下咱们游戏业务的 pipeline，尤其是就是看到那个闪耀优质少女也定档了，然后也取得了100万的预约，我们应该怎么想这款游戏的一个预期呢？然后除了这款游戏以外，也想请公司介绍一下其他 pipeline 里面的游戏。最后是咱们自己也有这一个策略跟方向可以分享一下吗？谢谢。So thanks for taking my question. My question is on our game business. Can you discuss on the pipeline and especially for the Pretty Derby? How should we think about its expectation? And also, can you talk about our self-development game strategy and direction? Thank you.
我们下半年会有7款游戏和国内外的玩家见面，然后其中5款拿到版号的会在国内发行，然后2款会在海外发行。
In the second half of this year, we have 7 titles in our pipeline ready to be launched domestically and internationally. Among those 7, 5 of them have already gained approval and ready to be launched in the domestic market. 2 will be launched internationally.
对，然后闪耀优俊少女这个游戏确实是很受大家期待啊，然后我们是在这个月也是公布了它的一个上线时间嘛，就是8月30号，然后目前的预约还是非常的火热，应该2周不到的一个时间吧，已经有超过200万的玩家预约了这款游戏，这也是创下了 B 站这个预约的记录。
As for the highly anticipated game Pretty Derby, we have already scheduled the launch date to be August 30th. And right now, within just 2 weeks of pre-registration, over 2 million users have already pre-registered for this game. This is a new record in our operating history for the pre-registration amount.
对，因为玩家非常的期待，所以我们在做这个闪耀优俊少女的这个相关的发行准备工作的时候，我们也是非常的重视。我们应该是花了很多的精力去做好它的本地化的工作，然后确保能够给玩家带来原汁原味的游戏体验。这个其实也是这个游戏比预期上线延迟的原因。
Just because that it's such a highly anticipated games with large fan base, we actually spend a lot of effort doing the localization work, making sure that our gamers will be having the very original Pretty Derby experience. That's actually one of the reason why it has been delayed by several months.
因为我们的团队应该说就是国内在发行二次元游戏方面最有经验的团队了，所以我们肯定也是会尽一切努力做好这款游戏。我们预计闪耀优俊少女应该能够成为较好又较做的二次元的一个头部产品。
We believe that Bilibili's game launch team is the best ACG game launch team in China, and they are very experienced, and they will make sure a very smooth and successful launch of Pretty Derby, and we're confident Pretty Derby will be a very successful title and also has good user feedback and reputation.
就关于自研游戏呢，就是我们接下来会有2款自研的二次元卡牌游戏会上线，一个是斯路德啊，就是在那个今天，还有一个呢是伊露希尔，会在10月份。
As for our self-development pipeline, we actually have 2 ACG card game will be launched in the second half of this year. This includes one game called Thread Sludo, which was already launched today, and there will be another game called Ilushir. This will be scheduled to launch in October.
对，关于自研游戏呢，就是我相信大家也都看到，就是其实尤其是今年吧，就是游戏市场的竞争已经越来越激烈了所以的话就是我们的这个自研游戏肯定会坚持我之前所说的，就是聚焦我们的这个优势品类，同时的话就是我会非常看重成功率就是我并不希望在自研游戏方面，因为我们并不是一个在自研游戏方面以前就做得非常好的一个公司，我觉得这一块我是摆正心态，就是一步一个脚印，首先保障我们的游戏要成功，然后做成功了之后我们再做下一个目标，所以的话就是自研游戏的成功率应该是我现在那个对于团队非常关注和重视的一个指标。
As for our self-developed game strategy, as you all aware, there's been a very heavy competition among the game industry this year. As for our own self-developed game, the strategy will remain unchanged, which is focus are on the content on the genres that Bilibili has most advantage of. Me personally will be spending a lot of time to ensure a success rate, as we have only started doing self-development games, and we will be very down to earth and grounded to take a step-by-step approach to ensure every game that we launch will be high quality and will be successful. This is the target that I personally will spend a lot of time to ensure and also require our team to achieve.
对，第二个的话就是长线运营，因为那个我认为未来的游戏它一定得做到长线运营，否则它就不能挣钱所以的话就是从我的一个角度，就是我看 B 站内的那个自研游戏的一个项目，就是如果不能做到长线运营的项目，我们就不会去立项，然后如果不能做到长线运营的游戏我们在代理发行线我们也不会去签代理同时的话就是如果现在已经上线的游戏，那个我会把长线运营就作为它最重要的一个指标。
secondly is about the long-term operation of the game. I believe in the future, all the game will be a long-term operation cycle. Otherwise, it won't make any profit. So this is the requirement I have for our self-development game. If the title from day one is not a long-term operation title, we won't allow it to be set up. As for the license game, if it's not a long life cycle game, we won't sign it. We won't license it. As for the game that's already online, the long life cycle management and operation will also be one of the most important KPIs I have for the team.
其实 B 站在过去啊，在游戏运营方面，我们在长线运营这一个尺度上，我们是能做得很好的。我们的碧蓝航线啊，今年已经完成了6周年庆。我们的这个 FGO 刚刚也就是在这个月也是做完了我们的7周年庆啊，就是其实这些游戏现在的健康度都是非常不错的。我们 FGO 7周年的 DAU 其实比第6年的时候还要高，所以的话就是我们会把这一点持续的做下去，也把这一点做成我们的一个优势。
As for Bilibili, we have very good track record of making sure a long life cycle operation. As a matter of fact, our Azure Lane just celebrated 6 years of anniversary, and FGO just last week we celebrated its 7th year anniversary. And all of the user data matrix remain very healthy for both of the games. As a matter of fact, during the 6th anniversary of FGO, its DAU even surpassed the 6 years anniversary DAU. So we will stick on this route and making sure that all of our game will sustain a long life operation cycle. Operator, next question, please. Thank you.
We are now taking the next question. Please stand by. The next question from Lincoln Kong from Goldman Sachs. Please go ahead. Your line is open.
谢谢管理层接受我的问题啊。那我的问题是想关于这个 AIGC 这边，那我们之前也在就是 B 站 Investor Day 也看到，就是公司也说了AIGC 在可能创作者的这个生产效率营销工具以及这个甚至 AI 搜索这边可能都有一些这个应用的产品的一些想法。那可不可以请管理层再跟我们更多的说一说这个B 站在这个 AIGC 的应用这边的一些策略和这个进展。So my question is about AIGC's application to Bilibili. So from past Investor Day, we already seen some development or strategy showcase in terms of AIGC speeding up the production efficiency, the marketing promotion tools, as well as the AI integrated search. Could management elaborate more around how we think about AIGC could benefit Bilibili? Thank you.
我相信大家都看到了 AIGC 是一个跨时代的一个技术浪潮吧。我感觉就是我今天看 AIGC 就像10多年前我们看移动互联网一样，我觉得这个一定是能够改变世界、改变行业的一个技术的一个革命。
We believe this is breakthrough technology of the AIGC, what can bring to the industry. The way we look at it, it equals to the mobile internet that happened 10 years ago. And this will not only benefit Bilibili, it will actually benefit everyone.
对，其实对于 B 站来说，因为我们的主业是视频加上 ACG 嘛，然后我们其实已经可以看到，就是 AIGC 对于视频和对于 ACG 它都是有很明显的一个增益的就比如说它能够很大程度的去提高创作者创作内容的一个效率比如说我们可以看到就是在社区管理方面，因为大语言模型对于内容的理解，它是能够把我们的社区 能够体验变得更好的。其实像 B 站与 B 站直接的体验和这个业务应用相关的一些场景，我们都看到了一些 AIGC 能够带来很大进步的机会。
So as for Bilibili, our core business is video and ACG, and it has been very clear that AIGC can enable and increase efficiency in a large amount on both fronts. For example, on content production as well as content recommendation. Also, based on the LLM, we can increase a lot of the efficiency of managing our community by understanding what the text means, the content means within our community. And we believe this technology, AIGC, has multifaceted applications and scenarios to help us to improve all around user experience.
对，其实我们已经开始做一些实实在在的事情，然后再用 AIGC 的技术来提高我们的用户体验，来提高我们的业务能力啊。比如说刚才在财报一开始大家听到的那个 Sam 的这个那一长段发言，其实呢并不是 Sam 自己说的，那就是用我们自研的，就是 AI 语音的这个工具来说的。反正我听了以后，我是听不出来不是本人。
As for the application scenario, actually we have already conduct some extent of research and development, and we believe there's a lot of scenarios that we can leverage. For example, the prepared remarks that spoken by Sam just now before this Q&A session, actually it was not actually conducted by Sam. It's powered by our self-developed AI tool, text-to-speech TTS tool. And similar products like this, we have already starting to research and develop and apply it in our various scenarios.
其实这个技术在现在我们的业务场景里面已经可以发挥作用了。像今年 BML 开场的时候，2233那一段话，它不是那个配音的那个演员说的，它就是由我们的 AI 语音生成的。
And there are other examples. For example, this year's Bilibili Macro Link, our live virtual host 22 and 33, their voice was also generated by the same tool, TTS AI tool that's Bilibili self-developed.
对，比如再比如我们 B 站其实有很多这种知识类的这种视频啊，其实这种视频的核心它是文案嘛。就是文案写好了之后，然后 UP 主他会把文案读一遍。其实有这样的一个技术，用 AI 帮他们读了之后，他们很多的他们觉得满意的声音，他们就可以不再重新录了。然后他们不满意的，他们可以再重新录，这个也能够节约他们创作视频的时间。
And another example would be knowledge-related video creation, as many knowledge content creators, they generally write the text and they record their voice. With the help of this AI tool, it can largely improve its production efficiency.
再比如说像大语言模型，就虽然我们没有就是对外公布我们的大语言模型，没有参与百模大战，但是呢，我们的大语言模型实实在在的已经在我们的业务里面已经有用处了。
As for the LLM, even though we haven't marketed quite aggressively, but actually we have already starting to apply LLM in various daily operations.
对，就比如说我们在内容安全审核上，其实我们过去是要投大量的人力去做的，而现在大语言模型因为它对语言是有理解能力的，所以的话它能够帮助我们的审核的同学极大程度的提高审核的效率。
Another example would be on the content auditing side. In the past, we have to spend a lot of human resource and power in managing the content with the help of large language model, because it can understand the voice, the text, the meaning, and all of the implied meanings behind the text. It can drastically increase the efficiency of how our content audit team process the content.
对，再比如说对于搜索的体验，就是大语言模型也是能够去增强我们 B 站的搜索体验的。B 站上面是有很多用户创作的内容，其中携带了大量的信息但是它很多信息它可能是散在一些视频里面的，而我们现在是正在灰度测试一个AI 增强搜索的一个功能，就是你直接可以在我们的搜索框里面去提问，然后我们的大语言模型它就能够把相关的一些就是 B 站已经有的内容所具备的一些知识和信息可以回答给用户。比如说我举个例子，就是很多用户可能在原神 4.0 上线了之后，他就会去看一看，原神 4.0 有哪些角色值得培养，有哪些卡应该抽，这是个很新的信息B 站一定是最全的，因为我们的游戏内容是非常强的。那么过去可能用户要看完4个这个叫 UP 主的这个攻略视频之后他才能够得到一个信息，但是现在可能在我们的搜索框里面，他就问一句话，就是原神 4.0 哪些角色值得培养，然后我们的大语言模型它就可以通过就是最近投稿的一些攻略的一个视频，它就能直接去用文字去回答，就是有哪些角色值得培养，有哪些角色值得抽，就这个对于用户的体验它是有一个很明显的一个增强。
And another application scenario would be enhanced search. Because Bilibili has a vast content library and each video carries a lot of scattered information, and we can leverage the LLM to drastically enhance the search efficiency. We are actually beta testing a new enhanced search that by just typing question in our search box, our large language model can summarize and answer questions. A very valid example would be with the recent version upgrade of Genshin Impact. People can just simply ask which card is worth drawing and which character is worth spending time to improve. And the large language model can summarize the valid information and just provide it to the user, versus in the past they have to watch several videos to summarize that content, that information. Now with the just stroke of hand, they can get the correct and fast answer.
对，比如还有一个就是我们也是利用 AIGC 的能力开发的一个小功能，对，我们把它叫做叫 AI 视频的一个小助手。其实就是当你看完一个视频过后，如果你想记得这个视频讲了一些什么，但是呢可能又记得不是特别清楚，你是可以直接去问这个小助手。比如说这个视频里面讲的这个事儿它到底是一个什么样的一个具体的信息。比如说你看了一个苹果的一个 MacBook 的一个评测的一个视频，然后看完了之后，然后你就直接可以问这个小助手，你说这个视频里面讲的这个 MacBook 它的 M2 Pro 的 CPU 的型号跟 M2 CPU 的型号它的区别是什么，价格的差别是什么，那么这个小助手就可以直接回答你，这个也是能够去增强用户看视频的一个体验。
Another function upgrade that we are testing is AI assistance. This will accompany users when they are watching a video, help them to summarize and extract useful information. For example, in a MacBook review video, user can ask the AI assistant, what's the difference between M2 Pro chip and the M2 chip? What's the price difference? What's the efficiency difference? And the AI assistant can extract the exact information to help the user to get what they want. All of this will help to increase Bilibili user experience.
我们内部还是非常重视 AIGC 的，因为我觉得这个就是给 B 站这样的内容平台，它是一个重大的一个机遇吧。它其实就像 10年前移动互联网它能够让在 B 站上面看视频的人去增长10倍一样。对，我觉得 AIGC 它也是一个机遇，就如果我们能够去有效的去运用这个技术，它是能够很好的去提高用户的体验，很好的去提高 UP 主的体验，它也能很好的去提升我们商业转化的一个效率。
Internally, we really value the AIGC technology. We believe this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. This will be similar to the invention of mobile internet, which enabled Bilibili's mobile user grow by tenfold. And we believe with the AIGC technology matures, we can leverage this technology to largely enhance our user experience, our content creators' experience and productivity, as well as increase our commercialization efficiency. That concludes the question. Operator, we can close the call today.
And that concludes the question and answer session. Thank you once again for joining Bilibili's second quarter 2023 financial results and business update conference call today. If you have any further questions, please contact Juliet Yang, Bilibili Executive IR Director, or Piacente Financial Communication. Contact information for IR in both China and USA can be found on today's press release. Have a great day.